because Ben Simpson-Vernon is here. Now, you've gone viral on TikTok, Ben, over not only saying which dogs you wouldn't sort of have as a vet, but also now the latest one is which dogs you would have.
Yeah.
First, why did you decide to do it? Because, I mean, it's a tough call for a vet to say what you prefer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think really the main kind of reason that I started doing it was because as vets we always see new puppies when they come in and their owners already chosen them and we don't really get involved in that decision-making process of what breed they're going to get. So I wanted to put more information out there, particularly about the health of these breeds, because we do see a lot of the most popular breeds do have a lot of health problems.
Which is why your number one dog is recommended is a mongrel.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you don't always know what you're getting with them.
No, I think that's the downside. You haven't got the predictability in terms of their temperament and how much activity they're going to need and, perhaps what size they're going to be when they're fully grown. But they're, a lot of pedigree dog breeds are very inbred and have, that can lead to a lot of health problems. Yeah, and the mutts have got the sort of genetic diversity on their side, and that's a good thing for their health.
Yeah. Number 2 was... I've got it written down somewhere. Go on, you a Labrador.
Yeah, Labrador, I was a little bit conflicted because they are a breed that can be prone to some health problems. So I think if you're getting one, you need to do your research into what problems they're prone to, and it's good to, find a breeder that tests for some of those problems. But I think they're just, you can't really go wrong with a Labrador. I think they're
very
just
loving,
brilliant family dogs.
See, I was quite intrigued that you were saying in the video that you need to do lots of, hip checks and shoulder checks, and I mean that's a lot of. See, I always go for rescues. Yeah. So with these sort of things, you're not going to get.
No, absolutely. I think a rescue's different. I think if you're, if you're able to rescue a dog, obviously, it's a different kind of situation to if you're buying a brand new puppy. So really, I think if you're able to rescue a dog, then do. But if you're getting a new puppy,
then the sort of dog.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and a lot of rescues, they'll make you very, obviously the dog will have been checked over by vets and, they want to make sure that you're aware of the potential problems they might have. So they'll help in that process.
Would you say it's not, because I'm really bad, I'm one of those people who just want a nice little cute dog that I can put in a bag.
Yeah.
Sorry, or a pug or whatever.
Yeah.
So would you say it's less about the aesthetics and more really looking about the ailments, the potential ailments that a dog could have? And because what about, I love pugs, but people always tell me don't get them because of their breathing issues.
Yeah.
Would you say dogs like that don't...
It's not strictly true, is it, the breathing issue thing?
Not all of them. So, there are definitely individuals of those breeds that are much, breathe quite well. And again, there are breeders doing a lot in terms of trying to improve the breed and reduce the chance that they're going to have those issues. Yeah, exactly. That, to breed them for a slightly longer snout, and I mean, that's easier if you can crossbreed them as well with another breed. But yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people do choose a dog breed on the basis of how they look. Yeah. And that's not a great way to go. So really do your research.
What was this? Now, because we'd never heard of it. I can't think what it was. Now,
a Hungarian wirehead Vizsla.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a niche choice. No, they're not that common, but
you just put that there to show off.
No, I think there are lots of dog breeds that aren't that popular that we don't people
they were on your video, and that is a Hungarian.
That is a wirehead Vizsla. Yeah, that's what they look like.
Use the size.
Not quite. They are quite big dogs, but not quite that big. I've met quite a few of them. They tend to have quite a nice temperament. They are very, they're working dogs, they're gun dogs. They need a lot of exercise. So I think, you need to have the time to walk them. But they're lovely dogs.
And then you've got Border Terrier in at number 4.
Yeah, I think Border Terrier, if I was going to get a small dog, probably a Border Terrier would be sort of top of my list. Yeah,
that's one
because they're cute dogs, but they're not exaggerated in any way. They haven't got the flat face, they haven't got a long back, which comes with some issues as well.
They're intelligent, aren't they?
So, yeah, they're very intelligent dogs, but a lot of Terriers can be very sort of independent and very headstrong, and I think... Border Terriers are quite cuddly as Terriers go. And again, health-wise, they're quite robust.
And number 5 is a very interesting one because you say a Greyhound is a very loving dog.
Yeah.
Like a former runner, though.
Yeah, if it's been a former runner and look at that. if it's, it's now retired from racing, they still make very good pets.
They do, yeah. I think they're generally they're on the whole, obviously, not all of they're not all the same, but they're generally gentle sort of dogs. They've got a calm sort of temperament, and there are just so many of them needing homes. So the Greyhound Trust, they estimate around 8,000 a year that retired from the racing industry and need new homes, so there are a lot of greyhounds needing homes.
What happens to retiring greyhounds if they don't get found?
Some of them are unfortunately put to sleep. That's the reality.
Mind you, take on a racing dog, you're going to have to do a lot of exercise with it, aren't you?
You do, but they're very used to sort of short, sharp bursts of sort of sprinting of exercise. Actually, a lot of greyhounds will adapt quite well to having sort of 2 not particularly long walks. They're quite happy to plod along as long as they've got some chance to sort of sprint around. They're quite well adapted to, they're good for lifestyles where maybe you can't walk a dog for 2 hours every day.
See, this is why you need good advice from a vet.
You do need good advice, but I tell you what, you've got to. With all of this, you need a commitment. I get really annoyed when people take on a pet without having the commitment.
Yes.
You've really got to commit to an animal, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a problem we've definitely been seeing during the pandemic. A lot of people quite impulsively got dogs, and now they're sort of maybe not working from home so much, and maybe obviously with the sort of cost of living crisis, people's financial situation might be a little bit tighter, people perhaps haven't got so much time to